This one truth will change how you see your life forever, because one choice creates your entire path. If you're looking for motivation, wisdom, and life lessons, take the path of purpose.
How do I deal with betrayal and disappointment? How do I deal with betrayal and disappointment? That's a question that lives in the hearts of many, whether they speak it aloud or not. Because at some point in life, we all get hurt. We all get let down. We trust someone who breaks our heart. We believe in something that falls apart. We invest in relationships, dreams, or people to see them crumble. And when that happens, the pain can feel personal, even unbearable. Betrayal cuts deep because it breaks trust. Disappointment lingers because it breaks expectations. But both can break something else, our sense of safety, our hope, our identity. So how do we heal from them? How do we face betrayal and disappointment and come out stronger, wiser, and still open to life? Let's begin with what history and wisdom teach us. Because betrayal and disappointment are not new, they've been part of the human story since the beginning. In ancient scriptures, betrayal is a recurring theme. Judas betraying Jesus, Brutus turning on Caesar, Peter denying Christ. These stories are more than religious or political, they're human. They show how betrayal often comes not from enemies, but from friends, and how disappointment often comes not from strangers, but from those we love. In Eastern traditions, suffering, including the pain of betrayal, is seen as part of life's path. In Buddhism, attachment leads to suffering, not just attachment to people, but to the illusion that life or love will always be perfect. The teachings urge us to observe pain, feel it fully, but not let it consume or define us. Philosophers have long wrestled with betrayal and disappointment. The Stoics, especially Epictetus and Seneca, taught that while we cannot control what others do, we can control how we respond. It's not what happens to you, said Epictetus, but how you react to it that matters. Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years, betrayed by his own government, once said, "Resentment is like drinking poison, and that hoping it will kill your enemies." He chose forgiveness, not to excuse injustice, but to free himself from its grip. So what do these examples teach us? First, they teach us this truth: betrayal and disappointment are inevitable. If you live with an open heart, you will get hurt. If you trust, you risk betrayal. If you hope, you risk disappointment. But the alternative, living closed off, guarded, cynical, is not living at all. So the first step to dealing with betrayal and disappointment is accepting that pain is part of love. That vulnerability is the price of connection. That heartbreak is the shadow side of hope. And that's not weakness. That's courage. The second step is feeling the pain. So often, we try to numb it. We pretend we're fine. We distract ourselves. We bury it under busyness, addiction, or anger. But pain that's ignored becomes poison. Pain that's faced becomes power. Cry, grieve, yell, write, sit in silence, name the betrayal, name the disappointment, give it space, because the only way out is through. The third step is understanding. Why did it hurt so much? What did you expect that wasn't met? What did you need that wasn't honored? This is not about blaming yourself. It's about learning yourself. Because every betrayal teaches us something about our boundaries. Every disappointment teaches us something about our expectations. Was your trust misplaced? Were the signs there, but you ignored them? Did you love someone who never really saw you? Did you stay in a space that no longer held you? These are not easy questions, but they lead to growth. They help you see your own patterns, not to shame yourself, but to protect yourself in the future. The fourth step is forgiveness. Not always for them, but for you. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was okay. It's not pretending you weren't hurt. It's not forgetting. Forgiveness is choosing to release the grip of resentment. It's choosing to let go of the hope that the past could be different. Why? Because holding on doesn't punish them, it poisons you. You carry the weight. You relive the wound. Forgiveness is how you drop the burden and move forward. Science supports this. Studies show that people who forgive have lower stress, better mental health, and stronger immune systems. Forgiveness isn't just moral, it's medicinal. The fifth step is rebuilding trust. But slowly. If someone betrayed you, you don't have to let them back in. Reconciliation and forgiveness are two different things. Rebuilding trust takes time, accountability, and changed behavior. And sometimes, the most loving thing you can do, walk away. But even if the person who betrayed you is no longer in your life, you still have to rebuild trust in yourself. That's the key. Betrayal makes us doubt our own judgment. It makes us feel foolish. So we close off. But healing means learning to trust again, not just others, but your own intuition, your own worth, your own strength. Disappointment works the same way. It teaches us how to recalibrate. Maybe the dream didn't work out. The job fell through. The relationship ended. The door closed. But here's the truth. Disappointment clears the path. It shows you what wasn't meant for you. It humbles you. It teaches you to let go of the illusion of control. And where you let go, you create space for new beginnings, for new relationships, for a new version of yourself. Some of the most beautiful chapters in life come after the greatest disappointments. Oprah was fired from her first TV job. Steve Jobs was kicked out of the company he started. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers. They didn't let disappointment define them. They used it to refine them, and you can too. So here's what I've learned. Betrayal hurts, but it doesn't have to harden you. Disappointment stings, but it doesn't have to stop you. Feel it. Face it. Learn from it. Then, rise. Don't let what broke you define you. Let it build you. Don't let what hurt you make you bitter. Let it make you better. Don't let the one who betrayed you control your future. Take your power back. And remember, the way you treat other 7 after they've let you down defines your character. You can stay kind without being naive. You can stay open without being unguarded. You can stay hopeful without being unrealistic. Because dealing with betrayal and disappointment is not about pretending it didn't happen. It's about becoming the kind of person who rises anyway. The kind who learns. The kind who forgives. The kind who grows. The kind who still believes in love, in trust, in life. That is strength. That is healing. That is the truth. And that is the path I choose to walk.